everyone, welcome back to Paisley Girls Life in the Garden. Today we are going to be doing a little bit more pressure canning. We got a special on turkey. I know that a lot of people were talking about a turkey shortage this year and thing, and maybe in some states there may be, I don't know, but I know that here at our local Aldi's, they had them for, I think it was 87 or 80 cents a pound, 89 cents a pound. So even though I already had one for Thanksgiving in the freezer, I thought, that's a good deal. Can't pass it up. And you know, I'm all about, excuse me, food sustainability, storage, all that good stuff. So I went and got another one, and my husband cooked it all night in our roaster, and we have a lot of turkey. So I went ahead and he got that deboned for me, and I have the broth back here staying pretty warm. The turkey itself is not warm, and it doesn't have to be. You can raw pack turkey as well. I prefer not to, but it's just easier to get it off the bone if it's cooked, and it's just simpler for me. But that's to each their own. You know, your kitchen, your rules. So what we're going to do is I already got all of my jars washed up. My pressure canner is a Presto pressure canner over here, and I've already put 3 quarts of water in it, and it's warm. And it can do 10 pints at one time, but I'm going to go ahead and just do 8 for now. And then if we have any left over, then I'll go ahead and do another session of pressure canning. So what we have here is our pint jars, and we're going to get our turkey in the jar. When you're packing your turkey in your jar, you want to go to 1 1/4 headspace. And if you look at the jars, or you can measure it with your little measuring tool, but this is the 1 inch. The bottom rim here is the 1 inch. So I would just go to the lip, just underneath that where it starts to curve out with the turkey, and then I will top it off with some turkey broth and debubble it, and we'll get it in a pressure canner. So I've already washed my hands. We're good with that. Jars are clean. Very important. And we're just going to start stuffing this turkey in here. I'm going to put this on just in case I make a mess. I'm going to push it down, because you know meat likes to shrink up. Even though this is already cooked, it won't shrink up as much, but it still will shrink some. Now if you're going to pressure can raw meat, the raw cold pack as they call it, I would press it down more, as much as you can. And we might not even make all 8, but we'll see. So I've got it down to just below that lip. I'm going to add just maybe another piece or 2. And I know that when I pour the broth in and I debubble it, it's probably going to make more space, but go ahead and get my ladle out here that I forgot to grab. I'm going to bring this on over, because it is warm. We need to be careful with that. I'll go ahead and put it over here. That way it gives me room. And we're just going to take this and ladle it in. And like I said, you want to leave the 1 1/4 inch headspace. Okay, we'll go ahead and debubble it here. You can use one of those fancy little debubbling tools or whatever you would like. I'm just going to use chopstick. Yep, and that made more room for more broth. And turkey with the broth and everything, you know, it does have fat in it, so we are going to make sure we wipe our rims. And you can just use a very hot water with a clean rag. I prefer to do vinegar because it cuts through fats and oils better than hot water. Like I said, it's your kitchen, your rules. Clean this off real good. And this is already seasoned. My husband makes wonderful turkey. Finger tight. And there you have it. We're going to go ahead and I just laid the lid on there and put it in our pressure canner. I've already, if you do pressure canning for some of the newbies, this right here is your vent pipe. I always check it in the light. Make sure that it's clear and there's no debris so that steam and is able to vent properly. And then we're going to go ahead and do the next jar. So I'll come back to you when we get all these jars filled and we're moving over to the pressure canner. Alright, so what I decided to do, because that whole bit of turkey that I had ended up making 9 quarts, and then we had some leftover broth, so I went ahead and just did 1 jar of just the turkey broth. So I'm going to add that in here too, because it's the same pressure, the same time cooking and everything. So we're going to add that in here. We have that ready and set to go. Let me wash my hands real quick. Some people, like, they ask, you know, why canned turkey? Well, you know, we always have tons of turkey left over at Thanksgiving. Some people make them at Christmas as well. Why not? Make it shelf stable, whatever's left over. So that's why we're doing that. And, you know, we like to, throughout the year, we can make turkey pot pie. We can make turkey stew. My husband has a recipe that he really likes that has turkey, mixed veggies, almost like a broth with a gravy type, turkey gravy, and he pours it over biscuits, and he really likes that. So this will be enough for, like I said, one of these jars, which is pint, will serve about 2 people. If I'm making a pot pie, I'll probably use 2 jars. Depending on how much the vegetables room take up space, you know. Sometimes it might only take 1. But we're going to go ahead and get started with this. So we have all these in here now. And we're going to go ahead and put our lid on. Maybe. Make sure we get it lined up perfectly here, if I can. For some reason, my hands are not working with me. There we go. Let's try this. Okay. We'll check my seal here. Okay. That part was sticking out. Turn this around. got it. Hey, no one ever said canning was perfect. We try our best. Finally got it on there. The rubber seal gasket, like I said, you should always check that. I did check it earlier, but when I moved it, I might have pulled a little gasket out some. So we're going to go ahead and put this down and lock it in. I'm going to line this up with the arrows. And we're going to turn our heat up to medium. And at this point, you don't want to put your weights on yet. Because of my elevation, we want 10 pounds of pressure. With the Presto, it comes with a weight like this. And these two pieces. This is counted as 5 pounds, just the weight itself. Since we're doing 10 pounds, we'll only add one of these. So we'll do that once the proper steaming and evaporation. What we're doing is I start with medium and we wait for the pressure to start releasing steam at a steady level. Once that steam is coming out steadily, we'll set the timer for 10 minutes. I like to start with medium because it's easier to adjust. That way, when we do put the weight on, we can watch it. And we talked about in my previous videos, gentle rocking. So we'll start at medium, wait for that steam to start for 10 minutes, and then we'll move on. Alright, so we are, as you see, I did my dishes. I gotta put these away. But we're still waiting on this to come up and start steaming. It's not quite ready yet. It's been about 10 minutes. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the title of this video. Now I know that you guys are all probably wondering, when's she going to start talking about the giveaway? I am going to talk about the giveaway. But you have to stay tuned to the end of the video to find out what it is and what you need to do. I promise it's really simple. But while you're waiting on that, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future videos. And if you could, and share with your friends and family to help get my videos out there, that would help me out so much. So, we're still waiting on our steaming to vent. Once that starts, we'll move on. But don't forget, stay tuned, because towards the end of the video, we'll talk more about the giveaway. There'll be 2 winners, by the way. Alright, so you probably might not be able to see it on camera or video, but this has got a nice little stream of steam coming out. So at this point, we know that it is ready to put the weight on. And as I said earlier, this where my elevation is, you need to check your elevation when you start pressure canning to see what you need to use, but mine calls for 10 pounds of pressure. So now that this is, well, yeah, it's going good. Okay. I wanted to make sure because I was like, well, I don't know, but it's ready. I'm going to go ahead and put my weight on. And at this point, you don't bother it, don't mess with it. You're just going to wait, because back here is the pressure gauge. It will pop up when it locks that it is starting to pressure. And this will start to rock. When you're pressure canning with it, you do not want a violent rock or you want a steady flow of a rocking before you start your timing. So we're going to go ahead and just wait on that. And once that process gets started, we'll start our time. So, you know that I always tell you about the good and the bad. I made a mistake. I want to be up front with that because once that started steaming, I needed to let it sit or steam for 10 minutes. So I've got the timer going on now. I took the weight back off, let it come back up to steaming. We all make mistakes. I got carried away, so I just want to let you know, please do not forget that step. Once it's steaming at a steady stream like it is, you set the timer for 10 minutes before you put the weight on. You know, nothing about, no reason to hide mistakes. We're all human, so I just wanted to correct that with you because I do not want to steer anyone in the wrong direction when it comes to pressure canning. So that's what we're doing now. We're just waiting for the timer to go off after the 10 minutes with the weight. I'll put the weight on there, and then we will start waiting on the gentle rocking and the pressure. Alright, so we have less than a minute left on our 10-minute steam venting that I skipped earlier. Telling you what, sometimes you just get busy and you skip things, and with pressure canning, you do not want to do that. So you just have to start over and do it right. Excuse me, I got a little frog in my throat. So once this 10 minutes is up, and the steam, as you can see, is steadily coming out, then we're going to put our weight on. And we'll go back to looking at the back of the canner here, the little pop-up pressure showing that the pressure canner is locked. And we will start watching the weight gently jiggle. Time's up. Come to a steady, gentle jiggle, kind of like that. Then we'll start our processing time. That always gets me. It's hot, steam, and steam burns are no fun. So, but it's good. Nothing really to be scared of or anything. It's just me personally. I've had a steam burn, and I'm sure most of you have had once in your lifetime, and it can be painful. So now we're just waiting because this back here will pop up, little pressure gauge. It tells me that this is locked and secured and pressurizing. And we're just going to wait on this to do that gentle rocking motion. Once it's steady, I'll start my time. Now for pint jars for meat is 75 minutes. If you're going to use a quart jar, then it's going to be 90 minutes. But since we use pint, we're going to go ahead and do 75 minutes. Alright. So if you see back here, that has popped up. That tells me now that pressure is starting to build inside the pressure canner. And we're going to now wait for this to do its gentle rocking motion that we're looking for. So that's good. It's all working out properly, and we're just a waiting game now. Alright, so you can see that it is jiggling, and it's pretty consistent. Been watching it here for about a minute. And since it's showing that it's consistent, the pressure is still up, and this is just doing that gentle rock, I'm ready to start the timer. Now at this time you start, like I said, for the pint jars, 75 minutes, and for the quart jars, 90 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and start that, and the next time you see me, these will be done. We have about 30 seconds left, and we are going to, once the timer goes off, we'll turn the heat off, and let that come down from pressure. We don't want to mess with the weight or anything at this point. Going to turn it off and let it come down slowly from the pressure and the heat. pretty much it. You're going to wait for that. Eventually, that will stop blocking. And this gauge will go down in the back that you saw that was popped up earlier. It'll go down. That'll tell me that it's time to take the weight off. Once I take the weight off, I will let it cool down. They say 10 minutes, but you can leave it in there longer. I'll probably leave it in there for a little bit longer, maybe 20 or 30 minutes. Make sure that it's good and cool before I get the lid off. So, you know, like I said, don't forget to hit subscribe and the notification bell so you don't miss our videos. Let's talk about this giveaway that we've been talking about, and I decided, you know, on my channel we do, I do gardening, canning, baking, fermenting. In fact, I've got the sauerkraut that is in my previous video. It sat for 6 weeks fermenting, and it is now in the fridge, and it is ready for whenever we want to eat it. I tried some this morning, and it is extra sour. I like it that way. My husband not so much. So when that gets made, it'll probably get rinsed a little bit, but you don't have to rinse it. That's just a choice. But anyway, since I do all kinds of things on my videos, I thought how great it would be to do a giveaway. Right now, I believe we're at 61 subscribers. So what my goal is, by January 1st, so at midnight of December 31st, New Year's Eve, I'm hoping to have 100 subscribers. If we can get 100 subscribers before midnight on New Year's Eve, I'm going to be giving away seeds to 2 lucky winners to either add to your garden or to start a new garden. I know some of you are new gardeners, and seeds sometimes can be hard to come by, especially if you remember last year. Seeds were really hard to come by. So, what we're going to do is, I have package number 1 and package number 2, right here marked. If for some wonderful reason we would hit 150 subscribers, I will throw in a 3rd winner for a 3rd packet of seeds. So before we talk about how you get into this giveaway, let's tell you what's in each package. So in package number 1, you will be receiving 12 packs of seeds. The first seed is a green honeydew melon. Second package will be the Ace 55 tomato seeds. Third packet in here is a heavy seed coat packet of 20 seeds of morning glories. And here is some golden acre cabbage. Here is just a basic pollinator mix. Bring the bees to your garden so they pollinate your veggies. Then we have some tender green mustard and red romaine lettuce. And this is from Baker's Creek. It is, and I am not even going to pretend to know how to say this. I'm just going to say Toscana cabbage. You can see it here. Then we have a big Max pumpkins. Some Roma tomatoes, also from Baker's Creek. Then we have a mustard Japanese giant red from Baker's Creek. And some early purple Vienna kohlrabi. That's also from Baker's Creek. So that would be package 1. Because when you go to sign up for the giveaway, I'm going to have you tell me which package you would prefer. That way, when it's time to draw the random winners, I'll know what package to send you. If something happened that 2 winners both chose package 1, unfortunately there's nothing I can do about that, so I'll just separate the package and they can each get one. But package 2 has Snowball cauliflowers, Boxcar Willy tomatoes, a Slow Bolt arugula, Detroit beets, white rib Swiss chard, Mary Washington asparagus, a Flock Dwarf Beauty Mix flour mix, 50 seeds of Shasta daisies, Bush lima beans, then a Russian red or ragged jack kale from Baker Creek, another purple Vienna kohlrabi from Baker's Creek, and a West Indies red habanero peppers, also from Baker's Creek. So that's the second package for the second winner. Now, that's if we get 100 subscribers before midnight, January 1st of 2022. If we happen to get to 150 subscribers by then, I will have a third package, and that is a flower seed mix. For that third winner, they would get a package of the purple African daisies, zinnias, mixed colors, daisy Perithium. This here is a Shirley poppy and some passion flowers. Would be nice for someone that likes to just have the pretty garden to receive those. So what are the things you need to do to get in the giveaway? Simple. Very simple. First, you must subscribe to my channel. And then below in the comment of this video, you're going to choose which one you want, package 1 or package 2. Then I would like for you to share it on your social media. When you share it, you can talk about the giveaway, tag as many friends and family as you can so that they can join in on the fun too. You never know, somebody that you hold dear and true to your heart might want some seeds for starting a new garden or adding to the existing garden. So yeah, make sure that when you share it, it's public, and that you tag all of your family and friends so that they can get in on the giveaway too. And that's it. 3 things. Subscribe to my channel, share on your social media, and tagging all of your family and friends so they can get involved in the fun too. And comment below on this video what package you would like if you win. And we'll do a random select on New Year's Eve. So you have plenty of time to get in and plenty of time to tag all your friends so that they can get in. And we'll make the announcement on the video following that and showing who the winners are. So now that you know what we're doing with that, I hope y'all are excited as I am. We're going to go ahead and wait. You've seen that this has stopped jiggling. This also has popped up. That means that I can remove the weight. Be very careful and very, very quick. All that steam, I dropped that, all that steam popped up really, really hot. Pick that up here. Really, really hot. And let me tell you, it's going to be wonderful. So we're going to let that finish steaming, let it vent. When it stops steaming, I'll wait, let it get cooled down, and we will open it up and see what we got. Minutes or so, and here's the popping going on in here. And we're going to go ahead and pull our jars out. They're extremely hot, so be very careful. They're still bubbling. Look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? So we have canned turkey on the shelf for future meals. Put this over here real quick. Alright. Yeah, I'm hearing all kinds of popping. That's good. I'm glad to hear that. So, that's it. I have, as I said earlier, 9 canning pint jars of turkey. And then I have 1 pint jar of in there of just turkey broth. So, it's pantry ready and shelf stable. And I'm excited to get it on our shelf. And I'm so glad that you guys can enjoy this video with me today and join me, and hopefully you learned how to make your own canned turkey. And don't forget that giveaway. Share, 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 as I always say. Share with your friends, tag your family, your friends, comment below on this video what package you would like. Even if you want package number 3, you can go ahead and put that too. And what I will do when we do the random winners is the first one that contacts me can choose which one they want, and then the second. And if we get that 150, that's where we'll be able to get the last one. So, thank you so much for spending time with me today, and hit the subscribe button, the like button, the notification bell, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much again for joining me. Have a blessed week.